Hey everyone, welcome to another Sunday night. No episode of the SDFC Fancast. What's up, y'all?
We're back.
Finally.
A couple of episodes episodes ago, when Nate said he was going to Mexico for a wedding, I told him he was going to come back with the Rona, and he's been, I don't think he had the Rona, but he's been, well, Nate, you can explain it.
Well, I'm still Rona free. I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't gotten COVID, not even one time. What's up? Yeah. But no, I went to Mexico for a wedding, and it was amazing, down to Veracruz. And it was one of the craziest weddings I've ever been to. It lasted until 4 in the morning, went from 5 p.m. to 4 a.m., and it was crazy. I was dancing until 3:30, drinking mezcal on the dance floor and having a great friggin' time.
Did they serve bat as the entree?
No, they did not. It was a bunch of highfalutin food.
Yeah.
No, it was, prime rib was the entree.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, it was good. And then like at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. they brought around some taquitos and little street tacos. And it was amazing. And then they brought out an elotes cart around the same time. At like 1 in the morning, they passed out slippers for the ladies so they could keep dancing without being uncomfortable in their high heels, you know?
Damn.
And it was like ready to party. There were three. There was a band, a DJ, and then a duo who one played piano, one played violin, and they would rotate throughout the night so that there was music the whole time, and they had breaks. So yeah, it was crazy. And then you guys will see my cat. She is locked in her room right now because my dad and his girl are staying with us right now, and all the way from Georgia, they did a road trip over, and their dog is here, and so we just keep, got to keep them separated like offspring. And so yeah, that's why. Sorry, you'll see Ava. So she's extra needy as well. So apologies on that. But the wedding was great. I did probably get sick. It was crazy because the new Migos launch happened, and then 2 days later or 3 days later, I went to the wedding, and then partied there, and then got home at like Sunday at 8 p.m. and then that Monday went to work. So I don't know why I'm sick. You know what I mean?
I took care of myself,
dude. Yeah. So it knocked me on my butt. Sorry, everybody. And it happens.
So that's the reason why we're episode behind, but
yeah,
back on track.
Yes, we are back on track.
Yep. And also, it's not only Nate's fault. Keegan had strep throat, so I played golf with him last Sunday, and he could barely speak. It was hard. It was hard to watch.
Yeah, you're welcome for the money, by the way. Yeah, but
yeah.
Where'd you guys play at?
we played the Golf Club of California. Funny story. Keegan's older brother Travis, his wife, works pretty high up in sales for this tequila company, and one of their high sellers is Dobel, which is delicious. Plugged at Dobel. But for some reason, I thought that Travis, Keegan's older brother, gave me a bottle of tequila at the end of the round. And I could have sworn I put it in my golf bag, and then I played golf again on Friday. And I was like, hell yeah, I got this bottle of tequila. I'm going to bust it out for people to take a swig if they make a birdie. Turns out I dreamt that. Didn't have a bottle of tequila. Yeah, it was not in my golf bag.
Not this time.
Yeah, not this time.
You got everybody's hopes up. Wait till we get to the course. I got this delicious bottle of tequila, and everybody's waiting.
It was so vivid. It was so vivid. Unless, I don't know, maybe someone stole it. I don't know.
You probably drank it during the week.
That's highly possible.
Your lunchtime shot? You don't remember that?
Yeah. Siesta?
What else have everybody been up to? I mean, I've just been delirious with the fever.
I got a fun fact. Today is my wife and I's 6-year wedding anniversary. So.
Hey! Congratulations!
Man, time flies. That's crazy.
And the son of a bitch.
That's awesome.
6 years, dude? Wow.
We got married 6 years ago, been together for 10. Lived here for about just under 6 years now. So time flies, man. We're getting older.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Absolutely.
Man. That's awesome. Broke out the Blackstone today for the first time. Whipped up some grilled veggies and chicken. Fabulous.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Ashley and I did a beach cleanup on Saturday through like the Surf Rider Foundation. Isn't it like a positive thing?
Yeah, but that was just
cleaning,
funny.
doing
Oh my
chores on
God,
the weekend. I mean,
Yeah, going to clean a bunch of homeless people's poop all weekend.
yeah.
But you're doing the world a service. Good job. Yeah.
Thank you for doing the Lord's work. Good work. Good work,
Yeah,
Chris.
I mean, fuck, I got nothing now. I
Making-
mean, the only
Making
reason I
fun of the
brought
poor guy for volunteering. Oh, geez.
That is
Green Zoe.
That's so
yeah.
cool.
I think I found a bottle of liquid wrench while I was out there too from Keegan.
What do you think I'm drinking right now?
Oh. Do you know
What
who
a
that
great
was?
clip.
Was that Clint Dempsey?
That's amazing.
That's hilarious.
Well, anyways, the reason I brought that up was that's D12.
No.
Trev says I wasn't able to watch a lot of MLS because we were out there doing the Lord's work, as you said. Anyways, enough about me.
Yeah.
I did watch MLS 3. I don't know, we're going to dip right into it, but I did watch a shitload of MLS 360 yesterday. That was fun.
I haven't been able to really watch much. I've been hosting at the house. What did I do yesterday? I was probably trying to recover. I can't even remember. Can't even remember my weekend. No, my dad got here Friday, so it's been a whirlwind.
I got you.
Orderly. Let's do this. But no, I mean, even though I was delirious and looking for it, I didn't really see much news. We got ahead of the youth academy. Joaquin Escoto. Yeah. And then he's a co-owner of the Alianza de Football, which was the biggest, at least from what I can tell on their webpage, one of the biggest, I guess, scouting networks, scouting programs, youth programs for Hispanic soccer prospects. I don't know how that stuff works, if I'm totally candid with you, but it seems like he has a lot of experience finding good youth soccer players or hosting tournaments, and because there's tryouts. I looked up the tryouts on their website and all that stuff. So, I mean, hopefully he has the connects I'm assuming into Mexico, because literally their academy, whatever it is, the Alianza de Football, is geared towards Hispanics, according to them. So interesting.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he just that's about the only bit of news, huh? It's just like he signed on. He took a job here, and he said just kind of a little blurb about him that he was just the opportunity was just too good to pass up. Like I don't even know that he knows a ton. I don't want to misspeak or misquote about like the MLS, but it was just a real good opportunity to kind of get in on the ground floor of something cool. So we'll see.
Yeah. And with the right to dream model, I mean, you literally got your pick of the litter. You have all these kids coming up, and you just get to pick the best ones to throw into the team or throw at the team. It's probably a nice job. That's a nice job to have. I got to imagine like he probably had a lot of connections, because it looked like that Alianza de Football's been around for like 20 years, which is a long time. So he must have made inroads into a lot of good places with a lot of talent, probably down in Mexico, which that's now that they're going to be part of where we can draw players from. So I wonder if, SDFC was like, you rub our backs, we'll rub your backs. We'll give you a good position. You give us your connects. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
probably
that'd be good. That's how it works.
Colin brings up a good point. So in that type of position, does it really matter what league you're in, or at the end of the day, is it just all about talent and finding the right talent, or is it like talent specific to this league? I mean, the MLS style of play is a lot different than the Spanish league or even the Prem.
I gotta imagine that when you make a academy like that and you don't like limit yourself to one team, or that's exactly why they would do that, is so you'd have that flexibility to sell your players on or pass your players on to whatever team or whatever league you want. Because of course, like your Arsenals and your Bayern Munichs and your Chelseas and stuff will have these academies throughout the world, not just in their home countries, but then it's just for that one team. But yeah, like you're saying, Chris, if you aren't tied to one team or one league, then you have the freedom to pull and pull players from everywhere and push them to anywhere, right? I'd imagine. So how does that tie in with him working for the team now? Maybe now. I don't know. And again, it's not working for the team because the team is a franchise at MLS, and it's the Right to Dream that, that's who I guess. Is that who everybody's actually working for, is Right to Dream? I don't know,
but I think we're going to have a big advantage over the MLS. The majority, other than like the Miamis and the big clubs, like being able to pull from an academy is like incredible.
Yeah. I just hope I hope that they bring a coach that knows how to win, because the talent will be there, but there's a big difference between having talent and winning and having talent.
Speaking of coaches, sorry, Keith, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's good also that with Right to Dream, like it's an established academy that's been there for a while already. And if like SDFC started the SDFC Academy completely on the ground floor with the new team, like they already have all the infrastructure, players, other teams that have been building with Right to Dream, where that'll help they kind of already know how to do everything rather than just starting completely fresh, from the ground floor. I said that twice in a row, but.
No, but that's true. And with that, comes it's like Nordsland. They just won. They just drew 1-1 their most recent game, but I guess the game before that, or they won like 7-2. So yeah, the reason I bring that up is I haven't heard anybody from SDFC talk about actually winning, and I don't know if they're trying to temper expectations or whatever. But I'm gonna say it at the end of the day, and that's cliche, but that's really what fans want. They can say, they can have the righteous indignation of, we won possession more times in their third, or we had more, our higher XG and all that crap, and pretend that we're playing the right way. But I want to win. I want to be at CONCACAF away games, Champions League away games. I don't want to be the team that plays the prettiest soccer and is in 12th place every single season. Fuck that.
Yeah, 100%.
When we talk about this kind of stuff, what are you referring to, Nate? Who
all the messaging, any of the interviews done with anybody from the team, any of the front office?
I will say that it's still early. We have 3 players. I have to imagine it, and I'm playing the optimistic part, such as my brother Colin, who usually plays this role. It's still early. I mean, it's less than a year away, but come December or so, maybe the messaging would be a little different. Also, I'm not mad at tempering expectations. I mean, how realistic is it for a team to come in and just dominate right off the bat?
In American sports and a smashing team, it's way more realistic than any other league in the world, I'd imagine.
Sure, it's possible. I guess my point is I don't know what my point is. Help me out here.
I think we're the ones that gotta hold them accountable.
I lean, forever the optimist. I'm A, stoked San Diego's getting the team. B, stoked we have an academy to pull from. I think we'll develop over time and be one of the contenders and the heavy hitters in the league. And C, I think that just if we're 12th for a couple seasons, that's cool. We'll be in the playoffs. We'll be cheering. We'll be going to games. Yeah, eventually I want to get into it, but I think it's early. I was just trying to look up when the expansion draft is. It's later in the year, right?
I try to Google the same thing and I can't see it. I can't find a lot of information on it. So
we have that. I imagine do we get the first pick in that as well? Because we're an expansion team?
I don't know. I do not know.
Yeah, we'll have to do a little bit of research on that. So Chris, as you said, I'm kind of forever optimist, and I'm just stoked we have a team, and I think we'll just develop over time, and the fans and full support will just take us where we need to be.
Yeah, I was going to just touch on Chris's point of tempering expectations, which I'm with both of you. On one hand, I pray and hope we come out and dominate initially, but I think if they are tempering it a little bit, that they might be building as well. San Diego fans at times can be fickle to where if they're come out and see SDFC. We're going to dominate. Everybody thinks it's going to be like Miami with Messi. And then they're mid-table. They're like below their load with getting people there too early, to where if they're kind of baby stepping it, they might be able to slowly build it and then build the team. The wins will come. I hope we sign a big player and get some crowd noise and are really good, but that might be kind of what they're thinking. Just slow roll it. Which
and I also just want to clarify, like, I obviously want us to come out and dominate.
And I'd also like to clarify, I never said I expect success the very first season. I was more talking about the messaging thus far.
Right. Yeah. Right. For sure. Gotcha. And I think Keegan brings up a good point. Like, maybe the strategy is, we're building something huge, and let's, garner the attention of the local community now and sell out every game, regardless of results right off the bat. And, the results will come eventually. I don't know. I
don't trust that. I mean, that's what I've been hearing as a Chelsea fan for the last year and a half, and they still look like shit. So.
I mean, I feel like they're trying to forge a foundation, trying to build a cultural base and tap into everybody and like build that. And that's going to take time. But I think that's something super special and strong. And like that will just boost us and propel us to where we need to be. And I understand the messaging may not be that. It may just be more the corporate political jargon, that's that world. It's a corporation. But, I don't know.
And maybe that's it too, is, I left that world because I don't like that stuff. I worked in tech for 12, 13 years, rubbed shoulders with NVIDIA CEO, worked with the head buyer at Northrop Grumman, all that bullshit, the head buyer at Facebook, all the time, and that, so what? I watch soccer because I like soccer, and I want to support the team in San Diego because I love my city, and I will until the day I die now. And in my opinion, one of the ways of supporting is, I don't know, wanting to win. That's what people really want, is championships eventually.
I know we're probably going to get into it, but I'm just curious, like, what exactly is it that is throwing you, like, not throwing you off, but just leading you down that road of corporate jargon? Like, what are kind of the words they're saying, Nate, that throws up red flags for you?
Oh,
synergy.
Man. No, that word has not been used yet. No. That's the thing, is they know better. Synergy. What it is it's more the
bilateral marketing.
It's the general approach, right? And it reminds me, it's like it because it feels like all marketing right now. Which I guess that makes sense. And I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to articulate it. I mean,
bandwidth.
What's that?
Pollination.
Oh yeah. God no.
I want some cut deliverables.
I was talking with my wife a little bit about it, and I was
some
telling her how
you were fruit, Go ahead, sorry, Kelowna, you were talking about the wife.
No, sorry, I was just talking to my wife a little bit, and just it is politics, right? And like these people are coming in these positions. There's a lot of politics behind it. You have to scratch backs, and like you have to do this thing, and you have to sort of play the game. And I know as a fan, that's not what you want to hear. Absolutely. No. But I just want to hear. It's still early, like Chris said. Yeah, I feel like ultimately it's still early days, and I know maybe it's not what we're feeling right now, but it's early days.
Or maybe just hire one person that does that, and then all the other 99% do, all the marketing you have to do, doing interviews with people who don't wear socks, all that stuff. Like, I understand that has to be done, like I honestly, I take my hat off to people who are able to do that and still put the smile on and just be like, I can't believe I'm asking the same dumbass motherfucking questions as I've asked 50 fucking times today. But yes, it's called the right to dream, and we do this and we do that, like, I know, don't get me wrong. And after having been in, working in that industry in particular, which is still pretty old school with black suit and tie and all that, they can pretend they're not, but they are. And it's just I don't know, it's like flashbacks, like PTSD. Like
what would you, I'm putting you on the spot here, but if you were in some role at SDFC, what messaging would you be like? How would you portray that? Like, obviously I know you want to be like, okay, we're gonna win. We're gonna like what is the messaging you're looking for? What are we lacking?
Just that final, because right now the messaging is that we're going to play attractive soccer, possession-based soccer. That's the Right to Dream model. We're going to help our players who come through, not only on the sporting side, but in the worldly side, the academic side, everything. I
Full
like all that. Don't
identification
get
with
me
the right
wrong.
to
And all that, I think they should keep doing that. But then it's like, does that also mean when they talk about only playing one style of soccer, does that mean if somebody outplays us, we're not going to park the bus, even though that could possibly make us win? You know what I mean? Like, is that what everyone is saying? Like, hey, look, no matter what, we're going to keep playing this style, even if we keep getting beat week in, week out. Like, is that, I don't know. That weirds me out a little bit to be staunchly one, like the whole Right to Dream Academy is that one style. I guess that's what's freaking me out.
I wonder though how much we don't have a manager yet, right? So I wonder how much that more of that may change or adapt once we have a manager. You know what I mean? If that could change as well.
Well, and also like every game is circumstantial, right? Like, at the beginning of the game, we're likely going to come out and play that, exciting brand new football, but we go up, 3-2 and it's the 90th minute. I would imagine, we would strategically alter the tactics to ensure we win the game. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, it's a valid concern. I think I brought that up, something similar to that up on a previous episode.
Yeah. No, and with that being said, I mean, I've talked about Frank Lampard and me wanting him to be the coach and all that, but I think that I don't think we could probably get him, but I think that somebody we actually might be able to get that would park the bus is John Terry.
Yeah, that would be fucking amazing. Is he? I didn't even know he was coaching. Like, is he available?
I just watched a really long interview he did with Simon Jordan, and Simon Jordan's a really good soccer journalist. He's kind of one of those guys. He writes for The Guardian, so he gets high on his own supply. You know what I mean? He really thinks he's fucking God's gift to soccer, but he really is. Yeah, he really is a good journalist. Very much so. And he interviewed John Terry because John Terry's going around doing a lot of interviews right now. And the only time that players don't do interviews and then all of a sudden start doing interviews is when they want a job. And in my opinion, I think John Terry is looking for a coaching job somewhere. So he's kind of trying to repair his reputation right now. Because as we know, he's made some dodgy decisions in the past. The people that did claim he banged Wayne Bridges' girlfriend actually had to apologize and pay her money. Because I guess they made that story up. But that doesn't matter now because perception is reality and all that stuff. So I know John Terry comes with that type of baggage. But I
don't think in America most people would even.
I don't even know that happened.
Stuff.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Maybe I know too much. But then, during the interview, he talks about having coached, and he coached at Villa after he played there, and he was held in real high regards, and almost got the Sunderland job. He interviewed for the Newcastle job. He talks about it in the interview. So he has interviewed for some high level jobs that didn't work out, and then so he kind of was like, you know what, maybe that's not the thing, and he went and coaches with Chelsea's youth team like 3 days a week. So right now he's kind of doing the youth thing, but I feel like he is looking for a job. Now I know, Chris, you said those things Americans wouldn't care about, and I agree with you. And that's another reason I think he might be a good choice to try and grab, is because I don't think he will get hired in England, but man, it's going to come with a lot of stigma. Like he is not well liked whatsoever in the soccer world and in England in particular. So on the whole, and that really is why he's doing these interviews to show, he's just a normal guy. He's just kind of, he's very sensitive. You could tell he feels attacked a lot. Like he gets sensitive when Simon asks him a couple questions that are pretty innocuous. And it's just like, oh, dang, dude, you feel, threatened by the media and all that stuff. It's really clear. So I think coming here, that's one way to convince them is come over, MLS, cut your teeth a couple years, bring your brand, of soccer, because I think those two things together, because he was part of the Chelsea teams also that broke records for goal scorers, points in one season, and all those things, away wins. So we know how to play attacking soccer. Everybody knows how to play attacking soccer. Everybody knows how. It's just, is it always feasible, right? But I think that he would be a good judge of that. He'd be good with the youth. All the youth players seem to like him a lot. Declan Rice hits him up for advice. Conor Gallagher hits him up for advice regularly. So he seems to have grown up as well, because he talks about being an asshole back in the day and how he was too much of Mr. Hard-Nosed and that machismo bullshit. That's another thing. The Right to Dream Academy doesn't seem that style, which I like that a lot. So again, don't get me wrong, talking shit before. I love everything about it. But I think that mixed with somebody kind of, still has that hard nose in him a bit, but that John Terry style, I think that would be a good coach kind of start out with, set the foundation for SDFC, and it would be good timing for him in his career. I think it could be a potential marriage. Now, how that would fit in with obviously the heavy Mexican influence with Joaquin Escoto being, the youth academy and all that, and then with us being able to pull players, and the main player everybody wants and is talking about is Chucky Lozano. So I don't know, maybe we'll be looking towards South America, Central America, Mexico for a coach. But I don't know, maybe not. So that's kind of I was thinking about that. I had a lot of time to think while I was sick.
Alrighty.
Well, that was a lot. That was a lot, man.
You really want John Terry in there?
I mean, Jesus Christ, couldn't get a word in.
John Terry.
Lord.
I'm at it, y'all. The floor is yours.
Trevor, when we edit this, let's just speed that up a little bit, just so it doesn't take 20 minutes.
Put Nathan Terry at the bottom.
You're feeling fired up tonight, Nate.
We'll just play the Betty Hill music over Nate. Yeah. Nate, I'm just kidding. I am curious if Nate has any other managerial suggestions from Chelsea. Maybe Ashley Cole, maybe Didier Drogba. I don't know.
Michael S.D.N. He coaches at Northland right now already. Right to Dream.
I would love
He's from Ghana. So Michael S.D. Actually, John Terry would probably bring the Buffalo over, and I would just give him a big old hug. Speaking of ex-Chelsea players, Juan Mata was in San Diego this weekend. Past weekend.
Oh, Juan? You played Juan versus Juan?
Juan, yeah, Juan Mata, one of my favorite players of all time. I was devastated when Jose Mourinho let him go, and the way Jose Mourinho treated him, I don't like that. Even though I love Jose Mourinho, but Juan Mata seems like such a genuine, nice fella. He started the 1% thing where you donate 1% of your salary to charity. The only bad part is he's out here promoting Man U, because Man U has the deal with Snapdragon, the stadium. So he's out there, must be coming to do some lame ass tour or some bullshit. Gives a fuck.
As an American, I don't hate it. I'm a Blackburn Rover fan.
I love Juan Mata, but I hate Manchester United.
John Terry would be rad, and I'd love to see more speculation for managers as we get closer and closer to the inaugural season. But I was going to kind of.
I'll give you another one. I'll find another manager maybe next week.
All right, cue the Benny Hill music. Trev, go ahead.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. I was going to switch gears a little bit, but did anyone else have anything else to say about that? That Keegan, Colin looked like you wanted to say something, but I have bad eyes.
I thought Nate did a great job. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to bring up really quick. Riptides had a discussion sort of thing recently, talking about where we're going to tailgate and things like that, and I just found it really informative and super exciting. So shout out to you guys. They really got their stuff dialed in, and it's going to be badass once we get it going. But something I learned is, so apparently the supporters across MLS have like storage containers within the stadium where they can like store their tifos and all their gear and shit. I never knew that was a thing. Because we were talking about, they were saying like we might even have like a carless tailgate, which would be kind of cool. It sort of goes against the name, right? Tailgate. But I brought up a question. I was like, well, where would you put all your shit? Like all your, tents and coolers and da da da. And I guess the team potentially could supply like storage containers for all their stuff. It's kind of a random tangent, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Like the team's working with the supporters groups, like pretty much directly, which is pretty badass.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of good room there. I went to I forget the name, but the rugby team that plays, and they have like a stage and speakers and everything. The Legion, yeah, which is actually good on them. They're killing it. They're very good. But it's awesome. Like their whole tailgating thing before the game for rugby was killer. So I can't imagine when SDFC does tailgates and pre-games, it's going to be wild. But they have a ton of room there, so if they can have a storage container with stuff for it, you could put a really good tailgate together, which that's cool. The team's working with them.
From what I understand, that is the plan, that they're working with the stadium to put the TIFOs in and things like that. Everything has to be fireproof, of course, fireproof paint, all those things. There's a bunch of rules because, the stadium is technically owned by SDSU. So SDSU has rules in place. I do not know if CAL FIRE has rules in place. I mean, they do via legal codes, so they do. And then, yeah, but there are, from what I understand, there are plans for that, and that is what's going to want to happen. TIFO is something I want to talk about because that's something that's part of the supporter side, and that the team kind of asks supporters suggestions on, like, what do you guys want? How big do you want the TIFO? What would you guys say? As big as freaking possible?
Yeah, it's always better.
That came up on the discussion I'm referring to. And yeah, I mean, the goal would be to have like to model it after the best TIFO in the world, which is typically Borussia Dortmund, I believe. Theirs are just like out of control. So I mean, yeah, I mean, there's span across like way more than just the supporters section. So I mean, the bigger the better. You're right.
I agree, and I think using Borussia Dortmund as a litmus test for fan behavior is fantastic because their yellow wall and all that stuff that's like a bucket list thing for me, is to go watch a game there, for sure. It's so well supported.
If you guys haven't seen their stadium during a home game, it's wild, and it's just visually really cool to see. And I think that would be a tremendous factor in attracting particularly San Diegans who aren't necessarily familiar with soccer to the stadium, being like, wow, it's electric down there.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
It stands out too. Like baseball doesn't have anything like that. We don't have a football team or anything, so it's so cool. And to get everybody involved during the game as well, yeah, that'd be amazing.
I think one idea was to have a projector and to project an image onto maybe a blank TIFO to give some flexibility in those regards, which is an interesting idea. There's some projectors out there now that do like 3D mapping. There's this company called Disguise that does it real well, but there's a million companies out there. Christie Digital, there's a bunch. I used to work with a bunch back in the tech world, so hopefully SDFC gets on that and does a little research and gets a decently priced projector that they can, because then you can change a TIFO you can literally have a different TIFO every 10 minutes of a game if you wanted, if you had enough art, if you had enough renderings and all that stuff. So that'd be pretty sick.
What would be the one, and this is kind of hard on the spot, but like, what would be the one image that we would have on our TIFO? Like, would it just be STFC? Would it be like, I don't know, picture of the waves in the ocean? Like,
well, I feel like a lot of them, I like the ones that like are geared towards your particular opponent, or if there's some sort of history behind it or something like that, or a history behind that particular day in soccer, or all those types of things. So I feel like you can have, kind of run the gamut in regards to a TIFO, and then you tie it in just because, tie it into your city or however you tie it in.
well, let's say we don't have a projector and it's literally printed on,
No, I know. Yeah. But I meant like I'm talking about the theme of the TIFO, right?
Yeah, I know, but you're not going to be able to. they're probably not going to be able to do a different one every single game, right? Would they? That sounds like it'd start to get expensive. And
I mean, I don't know. Good question. Do you just use the same? I mean, I guess there'd be one standard TIFO, but then I got to imagine they would make custom TIFOs for particular occasions.
yeah, it's true. What do you guys think? What would be a good one?
Like just honestly, the logo and then a good slogan. Like, you know what I mean? Because you can't. I don't know how you can like customize it for each match or whatever. That'd be very difficult. But like, just I don't know, logo and a cool slogan. I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, like Liverpool has, you'll never walk alone, something like that, where it can be the logo even is a ball almost, so you could have that, and then whatever, saying or whatever, do something. But if they could do digital, where like Nate, you were saying like 3D stuff, if they're projecting, you could have now the 3D projections are wild. Yeah. Like you could have some crazy ones if everybody's imagine half the stadium has panels and it reflects off that, and it's 3D would be super sick. Like there's a lot of options they have available.
That would be cool. They could do the tank guy, like when the guy stole the tank, was driving in San Diego.
Yes, dude, that would be awesome. That should be it. I think should be a tank.
It was a national treasure for a minute.
No.
SDFC flag just bowling over everybody. That'd be amazing.
They want a pole. Wow.
Dude, that was 10 out of 10.
I remember watching that on the news.
That was some GTA shit. That was wild.
Yeah. And it was at the end, the cops freaking blasted him inside the tank.
They sure did.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, when you said national treasure, I was like, oh.
Well, I said for a minute.
Dude, he is. He and the guy with the killdozer. Remember the killdozer? Those two guys.
Dude, the guy
flying high.
About that.
Yeah.
Just legends of the game.
Right, well, we got to do a game or something. I mean, we've been going on for a while.
But yeah, I think the tank guy would be fun. Speaking of tanks, Durant Free had a clean sheet against. Ooh. He's getting minutes and in a clean sheet against San Antonio. I'm liking it. So that's already making me feel good about winning with SDFC. You know what I'm saying? So
hell yeah, keep it going.
I believe his father is following us on Instagram now. So if you're listening, Mr. Furry, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
And, we're a big fan of your son. You've done a tremendous job raising him, and we'd love to take you out to dinner.
Can't wait to see him play.
No, I love watching the highlights at the minimum. It's just I want to go to a game up in Orange County. We got to go.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah.
Next time I'm in town, let's go.
It's great we have such young talent too rising up that's doing good. I love to see that. That's kind of homegrown now, local.
Boy, it's
going to be amazing for us, but for him and his family, especially that first game he starts is going to be so cool, dude.
The kid is special, but I really hope we don't just turn into this like breeding ground of bigger clubs stealing all of our young kids. If we just have all these young studs and then they end up all going abroad to Europe or South America or whatever.
How cool would it be if Durant Free kills it and then he's at Chelsea when he's 22?
That's a good point. Like they talked about some of these guys.
Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry.
He's got to stay here.
I'm sorry. I was just bitching about the team not having a winning mentality enough when they only have an hour. Blah, blah, blah. I know.
Ship him out.
I know. But when the season starts, what?
You're a sweet angel, Chris. It's all good.
Oh, I thought he was frozen too, Chris.
No. You're good. Colin was going to say something. That's all.
Oh, I thought he was
even talking. It came and went, bro. Where was I at? It'll come back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was frozen because you were sitting still, and Chris said that because he said, "Hold on a sec." I thought you were frozen.
Wax on, wax off, and I was like, "What's up, Mr. Miyagi?"
Because Colin was sitting there, I thought you froze.
hit me with the Gandalf drop.
I've been sent back until my task is done.
Anyways, I'm sorry. This is just completely derailed.
Speaking of fantasy series, sorry. Hit it, Trev.
That's a really good transition.
So, Colin is a son of a bitch. He's
we're 2 weeks behind.
in
English.
San Diego San Diego Premier League fantasy. So after all this time of me in first place, Colin just comes in and knocks me off unceremoniously, like freaking, I don't know what, like some
Well, I haven't won this thing
unceremonious
before.
bastard.
And we play each other this week, so this is pretty much going to decide we are playing each other this week. So it's
and he's winning. So yeah, now's the time. I'm at my weakest, Chris. You can get me.
I mean, last week I had my best week of the year, put up like 73 points, but old Brit Tom Fisher dropped like 78 on me, and it bumped me down to third place. But I'm still in this thing.
That helped me out. Colin, I need you to lose to me this week. Keegan, how'd you
not
do?
going to happen.
No. Well, yeah, you're welcome, Nate. You destroyed me by 30 points.
Yes, sir.
Transitioning to MLS, by the way.
My keeper got me -3 points.
Good Lord.
Which is always fun. I'm really struggling. I was leading for a while, #1 in head-to-head. Now it's me and I believe it's me and producer Trev. We're only 2 games back, but my goal differential, I was just looking.
Oh my
goal
God.
differential is -57 and Nate's is +58. Everybody else is, pretty even. So I'm hit or miss. I either have a good week or my team just craps the bed.
Quick little correction. So this whole time, all season long, we've been calling Ari empanadas and churros, who's absolutely just obliterating us. I have no idea who this person is. So if you want to message us and let us know who you are, you were really good at this.
Or just keep it a secret because it's really.
Or keep it a secret because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
He or she is beating us by over 300 points. It's insane.
It's not Ari?
No. Ari is Stu.
We asked him.
Oh, that's Stu?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, Stu's stinking. Stu sucks.
Well, Stu beat me this week.
Well,
whammy.
Producer Trev's going to be very excited because I had an okay week. I didn't captain Messi. Trevor did, and my captain didn't do shit. So Trevor beat me this week.
Whammy.
Sorry about it.
Messi put up 38 points with being
The captaincy.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I went Tommy because he was on a heater, and I thought maybe he'd keep the hot streak going, but he did not.
I just keep Acosta as my captain every single week, and so far so good. I'm going to keep doing that, because I'm as dumb and never put Luis Suarez on my team.
Benteke is a safe captain pick right now as well, man. He got 2 again. He's always good for a goal.
Yeah, he's been
handsome
crazy
man.
for.
He's been killing it. But all right, you guys want to do a quiz game?
Quiz it up.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
All right, this one is going to be just a fun one. No competition this time around. I know. So no pen and paper, anything like that required.
I just broke my pen, so that's good.
We're going to do called animals. And I'll just call out a player or person in soccer, and then you tell me what animal you think they would be if they were an animal. First one.
All right, fun.
And I'll start with it. First one is Matt Miazga, defender, first American that signed for Chelsea.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Plays for Cincinnati now and is really good still.
I have him on fantasy team.
Right.
It. Yeah, he's a stud.
He reminds me of a colobus monkey. Yeah.
Come again?
A colobus monkey. They're the black and white ones with the longer hair. Real long and lengthy.
The region of.
They're loud. They're aggressive. They're all the things Matt Miazga seems on the field. He had an altercation with some refs while he was drunk, holding a piece of pizza. And it's a really funny story to read, or like league affair something. I can't remember exactly what, but last season he was acting a fool because he's kind of whatever. But
I like it. I'll go next. He's a big, strong man, big, strong defender, but I feel like he's got the heart of gold, and he's just kind of cute. So I would go with the capybara. I think he would be a capybara.
The world's largest species of rat?
Yes, exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, the capybara.
I love it.
Keegan has some weird conspiracy theory about capybaras taking over the world or something.
They're not real.
Like birds.
Like exactly, yeah, like birds. I was gonna go with the American red fox.
Oh,
He's nimble, quickly, kind of looks a little bit like a fox, but don't underestimate him. He'll get you.
He'll get you. I'm gonna go with a yak, real sturdy. And fun fact: domesticated yaks in Tibet are used for milk, meat, and their hide.
I like it.
You want to milk him?
Barely.
All right.
Big ox, basically.
Yeah.
Next one, Thierry Henry. I did a beautiful Palomino horse. He kind of gallops like a horse, you know. Then when he gets up to speed, he's really hard to stop. Elegant. Yeah.
So, well, I was gonna go with a black cat. More so, I know a lot of pictures of him with his little black cat. He's nimble, he's quick, and he's good luck and majestic. He's under it.
I love black cats, as you guys can see.
Yep.
Or as you saw
I got
earlier.
one as well.
They're good luck in Ireland.
Oh,
Oh,
I
sorry,
got a
no.
little tuxedo cat. I love him.
Yeah.
An octopus, because god dang it, he was smart out there. Weaving in and out past the defenders on the pitch. And octopus, I think they are aliens, and they freak me out. I would catch them deep sea fishing, and I would send them back on their way and just pretend that didn't happen because they scare the hell out of me.
Will they take over your body?
Ooh, we got two plazas. All right.
This is a boring answer, but I'm going with the cheetah. He was just
Crossed my mind.
when he broke away from defenders in some of those highlight reel goals that he'd score. I mean, he was just blowing past people like Keegan blows people in the creepy corner. It was crazy. Like,
Good lord.
wait, what? Sorry, it just came to me and I couldn't stop. Sorry.
We're full of piss and vinegar tonight, huh?
Well, this is a good episode tonight. Let's get real raw tonight,
I think
fellas.
that's your creepy corner.
Hey, we've been gone for a while. We missed everyone.
Oh, that's great.
Rare form.
It's,
We missed everybody.
All right, next player, Giovanni Dos Santos. I put a flying squirrel. One, because he's so fast and quick, but he also would wear like oversized jerseys, I felt like. So I could just see him jumping out of a tree in his Mexico jersey and just floating down with his hair doing this.
That's pretty funny.
Curved hair, you know? And I can't, well, back in the day when he had long hair, I know he cut it short a bunch, but anyway, flying squirrel.
I like it. I was gonna say he looks like a muskrat. His wet hair back. I think there's a special species from Oaxaca.
Red-haired muskrat.
But he's fast. He's slick. He just fits the mold.
Nice. I was gonna go with the penis snake. Despite the name, this phallic-looking creature is neither a snake nor a penis. It's actually a type of caecilian, which is a limbless amphibian that bears more than a passing resemblance to a certain part of the male anatomy. So I don't know.
Doesn't
Not
sound
really any reason.
Chris's creepy animal corner.
But all right, I went sort of the opposite direction. This animal would probably eat that animal and burn it to hell. A ferret, because you don't mess with a ferret.
Nice.
Didn't you have a ferret, Call?
No.
No. Oh, I thought.
Feds, if you're listening, I did not. No, I never had a ferret.
Allegedly, he had a ferret.
I actually never. I wish I did. That'd be kind of.
Can you in Montana?
He did have a ferret.
I know
have
California.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember a bunch of tubes and everything.
Hey, did you know
that was when I was testing humans?
Yeah, you didn't.
There's a group called Ferrets Anonymous, and ferret owners would meet up with each other clandestinely.
Oh,
I didn't know. I didn't mean to narc you out. For the statute of limitations are gone by now on ferret ownership.
Yeah. See, I know all that because I worked at Petco, and those those weirdos
Oh,
used
look
to
at
come
you.
in, and they were really proud of their ferrets. All right, and then last player on the list is our boy Yep Tverskov. I chose an owl. I was on my way to work in the morning and it was raining and there was an owl sitting on a pole, all noble, and it was just chilling
That's
there.
cool.
Didn't let
That's
the water
dope.
bug it, no nothing. Just like kind of like he does in the midfield, just guards it. Ain't no
Mhm.
thing. Nothing's gonna phase him. Yeah, that's kind of what reminded me of it.
Word up. I went with a deer, specifically native to his homeland, the red deer. And, he's just out there. He's wily. He's elusive. He knows how to survive, and he just knows how to get the job done. He's a little older. He's quick. You're not gonna get much past a deer.
He's gonna go with the dingo. Kind of on calling. He's wily, survival, and he may eat babies. A dingo ate my baby. No.
Did you know that really happened? That lady watched a dingo eat her child, and then she had to go to jail because nobody believed her, and then it was proven correct. Yeah, that's real.
That was fake.
Tropic Thunder.
No, it's true. And
Oh
then
my
people were doing it as a joke forever, and she had to hear that the rest of her friggin' life.
I thought
I'm so
I thought it
good.
wasn't. Oh my poor lady. Good
It was a
lord.
true story, man. Lady lost a kid.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's
Sorry for the downer story, Chris.
Yeah.
You guys
yeah.
I mean, stick with the penis jokes.
Yeah,
Good lord.
Flaccid or phallic.
I'm going with the most killer species of animal, the hippopotamus. He is just a force. And I think he's going to be our, anchor in the midfield. Our, what's the word in hockey where they have the guy who fights everyone?
Enforcer.
Yeah, he's going to be our enforcer. You fuck with the hippo, you fuck with the hippo's family. Oh, shit's gonna. Oh, you're. So yeah, hippo.
I like
Hippo.
Hippo.
You got me pumped up now.
Jeppe
We'll get
the
a
hippo.
custom
That's awesome.
Jeppe Hippo kits made.
All right, I feel a new nickname coming on.
Hell yeah.
Well, that was all I had for this late episode. Sorry everyone again, but no, we're back on schedule, and yeah, thanks for joining me again for another night of talking smack and having a good time.
Sounds like someone's
that-
really honking their horn in your background, mate.
Yeah, there's a lot of anger on my street. I don't know why. I guess I gotta move off Elm Street. Oh God.
Oh, no. Oh wait,
Good.
Colin. Oh, dude, that's such a good run. Oh, here comes.
The refs mess it up again every week.
Can
Boy,
we score once, Trevor?
is this ref? Can we get a new ref?
Yeah.